Hey guys, and welcome to our class. This will be the first in a series of Python instructional videos, and this one we're going to install the Python environment onto a Windows computer. It's a pretty straightforward process, fairly simple. You should be able to get it knocked out and get the screenshot turned in. That'll probably be the most complicated part, is just doing the screenshot once you've gotten it installed. So let's go ahead and look at the Python website. That's the place that we're going to go. Okay, so here we are at the Python website. Python.org is the place that you want to go to on the internet. And this place will allow you to install the Python environment onto a Windows computer. So basically, once you've arrived at the home page, you're going to look for the download links. And the latest download link is 3.12.1 as of this video. It may have changed by the time you get there. Just look for the latest download and click on that. And you're going to go ahead and what you're looking for, because this is a Windows tutorial. What you're looking for is the Windows 64-bit installer. Unless you're using a really old version of Windows, you're going to need the 64-bit installer, which is the recommended installer. And what you need to do then at that point is just click on the Windows installer, and it's going to allow you to download 3.12.1, the AMD64 executable file. You're going to go ahead and save that. And at that point, then you're through with the website. As soon as it's downloaded, we're going to go ahead and look at the folder, make sure that it will have saved in the downloads folder. And basically, it's an executable, so all you have to do is double click on it and it will begin the install process. So we double click and Python is beginning the install process. Now, the important things: you want to install Python, but we're going to add python.exe to the path of the variables in our computer. We want to make sure that we add that to the path and also use admin privileges when installing. So let's go ahead, and once we've got those two checked, we're going to install now. And it may take it a moment depending on the speed of your system, but it'll initialize and then it will install. And then we can go from there. Python is an interpreted language and not a compiled language, so it never creates a Python program executable. Basically, it just it's a scripting language. It's like JavaScript. It's a scripted or scripting language, so you write text files, which is what we're going to be working on. Basically, just text files. And then the Python interpreter follows the code in those text files, and it creates bytecode similar to Java, and it makes the program work. At that point, your program runs, and then it releases whatever memory it's at. All right, so success, and so we can close that. Now, how do we know it was successful? Well, obviously, Python just told us it was, but in order to make sure, we're going to go ahead and close the Python website. Actually, we're just going to move it all out of the way. Go back to the desktop, and we're going to bring up a command prompt. Now, I told you the first parts of this class would be done in the command prompt. So we're going to bring up, and the easy way to do that is in Windows, click the Start button, type in COM. We're going to run as administrator of the command prompt app, and there it is. All right, now the way that we tell if we have Python correctly installed, we type in the word Python here at the command prompt, and it should tell us that we have installed version 3.12.1, and you'll notice that we have a different looking command prompt now than we did up here. This tells us that we are in the Python programming environment. This is where we'll be doing a great deal of our work for the next couple of lessons. So to test that it's working, that we got everything that we needed, we're going to run a tiny little Python program here. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to type in the print function, and we're going to type in, let's use single quotes this time, hello world. And that's a typical thing that you do the first time you run a program in another language, you get it to print hello world to command prompt or to a console. So we're going to say print hello world, and if we hit enter, it should echo the words hello world for us. And sure enough, it did. That tells us that we have Python correctly installed. Now, in order to get credit for the assignment, this is what you need to do next. You need to take a screenshot of this screen. So basically, if you look at your keyboard, the top line is the function keys, and you'll see F12. The next key should be PRTSCN sys required. That's the key you're going to want to hit, and that will take a screenshot. Now, if you have another screenshot tool available, please feel free to use it. This is just the built-in one, so to speak. So we're going to hit PRTSCRN, and then we're going to open up Microsoft Word, or actually we don't even have to use Word. We can use, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and use Word. Now let's use WordPad. Somebody might not have Word, but everybody in Windows has WordPad because it's built in. So we're going to open up WordPad, and we're just going to paste. And there is our screenshot. Once we've pasted, we're going to save. And we're going to call this one exercise 1. Or you can put EX1 underscore Python install .rtf. You don't have to put that there. The program will do it automatically. And we're going to save that. Probably the easiest place to save it would be in Documents. So we're going to save the file in Documents, and we're going to close it. Now we go back to Canvas. Okay. And here, oops, let me go ahead and save my program here. This will be the assignment that you're actually working in, although the video won't be published because right now I'm doing it. But what we'll do at that point, let's go to student view. This is what the students would see, although there would be a video under here. But you're going to click Start Assignment, Upload File, Choose File, Documents, and that was Exercise 1, Python Install RTF. Submit assignment, and we get confetti. Woo! Yay! And that is how you will turn in the Python assignment. Notice over here it says submitted January 10th, etc. If you need to look and make sure that it went in correctly, there it is. But that is what you need to do in order to turn in this assignment. I'm going to go ahead and reset it, and I'm going to leave student view. I'm going to get back to editing this video. So hopefully that should be everything you need. Remember, we went ahead and we installed Python, we checked it with the word Python, then we printed hello world, and then we took a screenshot. Now, to get out of this command prompt Python environment, just type in quit, followed by a couple of parentheses. And now you'll notice that our command prompt is back to the normal Windows command prompt. So the Python command prompt with these 3 arrows here, that tells us we're in the Python programming environment. When we're done, we call the quit function, and this tells Python to quit, and now we're back to normal. So that should conclude the first lesson. Hopefully that was simple to understand, and hopefully you were able to duplicate those results and you were able to upload your first assignment. Taking the first step in a long line of, or in a long journey of learning to program. Python is a fairly simple language to learn. It is very, very useful because there are so many libraries and so many tools that you can use. There are things to help you write code for programming, for searching the web, for hacking computers. You can do anything with Python with just a little practice. So hopefully that was a good start. We've got Python installed. You should not have to do that again. If you change computers or whatever, of course you will need to, but in the meantime, you should never have to reinstall it. It should automatically update for you. We'll talk about those things a little bit later. Right now, let's go ahead and move on to lesson number 2, which will be looking at the Python language and syntax and looking at variables. So variables will be our next lesson. In the meantime, have a good day. I look forward to seeing you in class.